Hey you beautiful soul, hope you are doing fabulous today. In today's video, I'm going to take you through an almost 25 hours journey from Toronto to Dhaka. I had done online checking from home probably a day before our flight. So it took us very short time to actually check in our luggage and then get the boarding passes. Ayan was very sick with stomach flu for the whole week before our flight, which had made him really weak and clingy. So right after checking in, I took a wheelchair for him, which got us into all the priority lineups. After check-in and security, I got myself a much-needed cappuccino and got him some snacks from Starbucks, which actually I had to eat. Pretty quickly it was time to board our first flight, which was taking us to Dubai from Toronto. It was a 13 hours flight. To give you a wholesome idea of Emirates services, I will combine my experiences from the day I was going to Dhaka and the day I was coming back from Dhaka, because they are basically the same two flights back and forth. As soon as we settled down to our seats, we were handed these amenity bags. Ayan got some cute stickers, socks, coloring books, fun activity stuff. And I got some orange socks, eye mask, toothbrush, paste, and some earplugs. On the first flight, I had chosen two middle seats somewhere here. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I wanted to feel safer. I had one person sitting to my right and another person was sitting to Ayan's left. So whenever he was sleeping, putting his head on my lap, I had to hold onto his legs so that he doesn't kick the person next to him. On all other flights, I had chosen window seat and Ayan was more comfortable leaning on the window side. On our flight back to Toronto, our seats were near the toilets and I could see when they were available to use. I would suggest you do the same if you are traveling with little kids, because it's hard to leave them behind, walk up there and wait in a line for a long time. Next, I'm going to talk about my only motivation to fly on an airplane, which is food. This is the first meal I was served in the flight to Dubai. It was a regular meal. It tasted pretty okay, but regular meals get served the last, so on the return flight, I ordered non-vegetarian Hindu meal. All meals served in Emirates are halal except for the alcohol. So a Hindu meal in an Emirates flight means it doesn't have any non-halal ingredient or beef or veal or raw fish, but it definitely gets served way before regular meals. This is the second meal or the breakfast, which was served 11 hours into the flight, and they were delicious. For Ayan, I had ordered regular meals on the day I was going to Dhaka. On the return flights, he had kids' meals and they were super good. At least he loved them. Now you must be thinking what I was doing in between meals to spend 13 hours in a flight. Well, I didn't sleep. I tried to read, walked around to stretch my legs. Basically, I was trying not to remind myself that I was flying inside a plane, which is locked from everywhere. There were too many people and probably very less oxygen. I talked my brain out of the thought that I was going to suffocate and die. Wish I could roll down a window and breathe in fresh air. Instead, I watched what other people were watching on their screen and prayed for the journey to end smoothly. It was going smooth until they served the pizza snack. Luckily, there were some babies who were taking turns in reminding us that everything was fine, everybody was alive, but we should stay woke just in case we have to evacuate the plane.
Run.
Finally, it was time to land. I quickly fixed my face, grabbed all our stuffs in my handbags, got my shoes on, and was ready to land.
Flight crew, please prepare for landing.
Before I get you confused, let me clear up the scenario a little bit. Our plane landed on Terminal 3 Concourse A, and we had to go to Concourse B to connect to our next flight. My first thought about Dubai airport was, wow, it's sunny and hot. So right after we got off the plane, we met this gentleman. All the passengers who needed wheelchairs were taken on these buggies, and after 2 minutes they were dropped off here, where the security checking area began. Now we all had to walk. So we did security checking, walked up to this elevator and got down one level, and again walked up to this waiting zone for train, only to wait for other people to join us. And we were still in Concourse A. So I was getting really impatient. I told one of those gentlemen that I didn't need any more assistance, and I grabbed a stroller courtesy of Emirates Airways and hopped onto the next train, which was taking us to Concourse B. And I'm glad that I did that. The train was super fast, and it took probably 2 minutes to reach Concourse B. All this took half an hour, I think. So we still had 5 hours to spend in Dubai airport. Usually when I'm departing from an airport, I always try to locate the gate first, so that I don't wander off too far away exploring the shops around, and in my mind I still know how far the gate is. So first thing I did, I located the gate area of our next flight to Dhaka. Once I located the gate area for our connecting flight to Dhaka, I tried to get some food and coffee. I hadn't slept in 19 hours and there were many lounge chairs to sleep on, but sleeping in the airport having Ayan with me was not an option. And also it was my first time in Dubai airport and I was no way going to spend my time sleeping in. So I dragged my sleep-deprived head and very exhausted body, pushing Ayan's stroller through the shops. I guess this is a talent that comes as a natural gift of motherhood.
Whoa! That's okay, I'll pick it up.
Like Canadians have maple syrup, Thai people have orchid and incense, Emiratis have gold in their airport. I mean, why not? So apart from the usual luxury stores, there are plenty of cafes and food options, and a gigantic candy shop, Candylicious. Dubai airport is very livable in my opinion. For an example, they have free showers, regular toilet, squat toilet, accessible toilet, and family toilet, and they are all equipped with bidets. There are baby care rooms for nursing, and they have a nice play zone for kids.
It's okay, Mama coming.
So as the time to next flight was approaching, I thought I should wait in the lounge area near my gate, so that if I doze off accidentally and my phone alarm fails to wake me up, at least someone will call me. But I have a God-gifted alarm, no problem. Finally, the wait was over and it was time to board the next plane, which was going to take us to Dhaka. Yay! As soon we settled down to our seats, the cabin crew offered to take a picture of us on their Polaroid camera. The first attempt was a fail as Ayan sneezed and it looked really funny, so they were nice enough to offer a second shot. Also, they gave us a photo frame and some chocolates, but I lost the photo frame in the plane. And the photos too. Yeah. Okay, now comes the food. I have only one thing to say about the food. I do not recommend any mutton or lamb-based Indian cuisine on Emirates. Finally, we were approaching Dhaka, and as soon as I saw the city line, it made me so emotional. I could not stop crying. I was like, oh, that's how it feels to come back home. And yeah, so that was our journey from Toronto to Dhaka. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.
Struggling